Hello, hunters! It is Toasties coming at you live on a beautiful Sunday morning. Rain has passed, I think. Ready to go through some auction house stuff. Oh, crap, I got to do some ether fishing. I haven't done my daily ether fishing, so maybe we could do that on stream. Let me make sure that this thing is going. Let's see here. Hope you all are having a great day so far. If anyone is joining from far away, like the UK, hopefully we can get some folks in from the UK. That's the point of doing them early, is to be able to have others join. All right. So we've got Coin Hunt World showing. Just want to go through some auction house stuff today, but I mean, first things first. Oh wait, I can't. Can I ether fish on here? Let's see. I will get some ether fishing going because I need to do my daily ether fishing. Got to get my free NFT for the day. Well, hopefully anyways. Get my free NFT. I got one yesterday. I think it was a mackerel. Not the greatest one. It was like a one-trait mackerel. So, not now. Here. Let's see here. Let's put the window capture, and we'll get edge up there. Perfect. We can put that up there for now. We'll delete this one soon. All right, got ether fishing up. Let's see here, and we can go ahead and do my very first, or my first one of the day, so we can get an NFT. Let's go fishing, baby. Let's go fishing. There we go. Load it up. Go to menu. Get my free pull for the day. And I'm going to use some bait. Let's go and use a legendary bait, huh? Why not? Let's use a legendary bait. See what the hell we get. We'll use a legendary one. You get a free one like every week or so. So I haven't used one. So might as well give it a shot. Let's cast. Where do you think? Let's cast over here. Get our free cast in. Whoosh. Come on. Let's get a damn whale. I hear everyone talking about how they got a blue whale, a gray whale. I want a whale. I keep getting these mackerels. Although I got a legendary etherfish, so that's pretty freaking amazing. So, perfect. Excellent. Come on. Fuck. Sponge. Oh, Lord. Well, there you go. There's my ether fishing done for the day. I got a sponge. We can go ahead and turn that off now. No problem. All right. Cool. And we're back. Uh-oh. Where did... let's see. Oh. My Coin Hunt World went down. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Loading up. Loading up. Let's go, Coin Hunt World. Alright. And we'll get into my HQ. I haven't gotten my my mystery box, so hopefully I can get like 50 keys. Hoth, what is going on, my friend? Good to have you in here, buddy. Hope you're having a great Sunday. Let's see. Capture 2. There we go. And we got Coin Hunt World. Let's get that up, baby. All right. So let's check out... Well, first, I guess, let me see what the heck I get for my mystery box. Shall we? Roll the dice. Come on! 10. Okay. I mean, 10 is better than 8. Very hot here. Car's saying 94. What the hell, Hoth? 94 is... That's nuts. It's not... It's still winter, bro. It says 33. That can't be right here. Where does it think I am? Thinks I'm in Toronto. The fudge? How about Santa Monica? 48. So we're a lot cooler here than you are out there, Hoth. But, yeah, that's brutal. Jesus. 94. I don't know if people will be angry, though, or jealous, or what. So I have absolutely nothing that I'm selling right now in the auction house. I don't think I've been bidding on anything, haven't been selling anything. I was recently selling stuff for a run, but then that I folded that run up, so I haven't been selling. I always sell paint. That's what I sell. So let's just go ahead and see what is going on in the auction house today. I start off, I always check, when I do check, for epic prints. I just want to know what epic prints are out there. I heard talk of a shark in the auction house. I don't know if that's still there. Definitely is not. It was going for 3 red keys. I can't... Oh, here it is. 3,100. I can't afford that. I mean, I could bid a lot of stuff. I have enough, you know, keys, including all my blue keys, but I don't like to bid my blue keys. Wow! Why is this Nutcracker going for 3,000? Is that market? That seems ridiculous. Well, and it looks like it's a bid. It is a bid. That is crazy. I don't know what you guys think on that, but 3,000 for a Nutcracker blueprint does not sound right. Let's see what the wiki has to say about that. Is that suspicious? Is that suspicious to anyone but me? Like 3,000 for that one is, I mean, I know it was kind of rare, but it's a tough print. It's not that rare. There's 240 and it just happened. Let's see. Let's see if there have been many sales so far. Because if that's the price, I mean, Beats bought one for like 2,000 something during the event, and that would seem like a steal at this point. But so one went for 1,800. It looks like, is that 860 or 1860? That's got to be 1860, right? According to that line. Yeah, and then that was 2382. So we've only got a couple of sales here, but my God, I don't know if I believe that 3,000 is a legit bid on that. 3,300, I should say. There's another at 3 o'clock, 2K. Yeah, 2K, but 2,000 and 3,000 is a long ways apart, Squeamy. Just because it's at 2 clocks with you know, a 2,000 bid, I don't know if it'll reach 3,000. But you know, if it does, hey, I guess the early buyers just struck gold. I don't know if it's maybe. The only thing I could see is that this one's going for so high because they're doing a leaderboard run. I mean, we're here, what is it, 2 days left, and if they haven't printed, maybe they want to print it, but man alive, spending 3,000 is almost all of the keys that you would get, even if you got first. And then if you didn't have the resources, if you had to buy some resources, throw that, you know, take the cost up to 4,000. That's almost all of the keys for first place. I don't know. I don't like overspending, even for leaderboard runs. I don't want to overspend. I think that you got to make it profitable in keys. At least that's the way I would approach a leaderboard run. I would never do it going key negative. But that is just me. So what else we got? What else do we have besides a ridiculously priced Nutcracker blueprint? But I say that and I still wouldn't sell mine, even for 3,000 keys. I wouldn't want to sell it. The World Cup QB, or the World Cup. I don't think he goes for anything, really. 990. Yeah, I don't think that one, which is a shame. I think that the World Cup guy is a lot cooler than the Nutcracker. I don't hate the Nutcracker or anything, but I think the World Cup one is way better. World Cup. Is it World Cup champion? Shoot. Or is it just WC? Should I type that in? Oh, here we go. Yeah, WC 2022. Our Messi with the sneaky tattoo. I love it. The blueprint. There's a QB. Where is the old blueprint? 463, so there's a lot more of those guys. I guess it doesn't have any that have transacted, at least that the auction house has captured. Pizza Guy, what is going on, my friend? Hope you're having a great day. Hope you are having a great day. We are here just perusing the auction house. I'm looking at some epic blueprints. I'm always in the market for an epic blueprint I don't have, although the ones I don't have tend to be too expensive. The one I could buy when it comes back on is the Yellow Dragon. I don't think those go for that much. I mean, I'm sure it would probably be paying around 2 reds. But, Fua Mix printed the first World Cup 2022 champion QB. Our fallen soldier. So we can go. What about rares? I'm a huge blueprint guy. That's what I like to see. Oh, 2,000. Wow, I'm surprised that the RNG QB blueprint is worth that much. Epic. I still wouldn't sell it. Jesus. 1,100 for the water QB blueprint. Man alive. That isn't... I mean... to be a whale. I wish I could buy some of these things, but that would wipe me out of keys for like months. I wouldn't have any big keys to spend anymore. You know, I have 2 red keys at the moment, I think. Let's see. I can show you. Yeah, I have 2 red keys. The yellow keys are not... Those are not... I can't bid with those. I spend those. I'm not gonna bid with them. So the only ones I really bid with are red keys. Unless I need something. DDT. Oops. Oh, okay, good. That didn't break it. How about commons? Because I think that some of the... I think like the Air QB is a common. I should have bought that one over time. That one is cheap enough that I really should have bought. Tiki's. How much are Tiki's going for? Wow. 50 keys. I really have to jump on the, selling at the end of the month. Because when would you have needed to list, what, a day ago? 2 days ago? In order to make sure that your stuff finished before the end of the month? 5 cat blueprints for 66. Well, we know it's not going to go for that. But, I haven't been keeping track of where they've been at. 3 World Cup QBs. I wonder what those go for, because those are too expensive to print. Those are way more than the cat and the Tiki's. Way more. I think the Tiki's only, what, 100 lei? It's super easy to print those. I know you might have to buy some, but it's relatively cheap compared to footballs, so. Respect for Cole when he printed a zillion footballers. I'm sure that's everyone's strategy right now for world leaderboard runs, is to print footballers like crazy. Oh, wow. This guy put a minimum. I'm not into the... I don't know. I'll let something go if I would rather gamble on a 20 listing than put a minimum bid and just see it come back. Because the minimum bid, if I put a minimum, I feel like that's what I'm going to get. That is very unlikely that I'll get it to go higher than that. So that's why I'd rather shoot for the stars, put it at 20, hope that it gets bids, multiple bids, and that people go in there and, get into a war and give me more keys. But when you put a minimum, it's generally like at an appropriate market rate is what I usually see. And best case scenario, you're going to get that bid. I don't know. I'm not a big auction house guy, so maybe I'm totally wrong on that. Could get Manel in here to school me on how best to sell things, but I don't think I've ever set minimums. I did it for the knife. That was a private transaction. I had a sushi knife, the sharp knife, and I sold that for a red key, which probably was a good discount, to be fair, on what it should have gone for. But there's just not many people. I think I asked Tuma, WF Tuma, if he wanted to buy one, and he said he did not have the keys to buy one. So... And then I didn't know really anyone else that had it. So it went to J-Holo. He got it for a red key. I don't know what he flipped the Master Chef for, but hopefully he made a profit. Definitely want that to happen. But no good blueprints in here on the comment. Just a bunch of randomizers. Oh, that was an elf if you really wanted it, I suppose. But yeah, pumpkin. Nothing that I need. Nothing that I need or want. Oops. How about QBs? QBs. So often bought, and like lots of people sell these things. I never buy QBs. I thought I would start buying it once the AR quests came into play, and you had to have them to equip them to get the points. And I do think it puts me at a disadvantage to not have them. So I think technically it could be a good investment to buy some of the epics that I don't have. Certainly wouldn't buy the rares or the commons that I don't have, which, because those will only ever give you maybe a green vault's worth of leaderboard points. But the epics that give you a yellow vault's worth of leaderboard points in a leaderboard run, that would really add up. So if I don't have a witch, I don't have a Laura anymore, I don't have a George. There are, let's see, what else don't I have? I don't have a bunch of them. I don't have one of the ghost pilots. So all of those ones give you some pretty insane leaderboard points when you're going on a run. How many epics do I have? How many epic QBs or prints? Let's see. I have a fair amount, I feel like. I mean, I got a good number. Prints, I got the World Cup. I've got every epic that's come out since 2021, except I sold my Yellow Dragon. So that's the only epic blueprint that I've missed out because I was pissed off, that I don't have since I started playing in October 2021. The Pat Morita was the first one to come out after I started playing, and I got that one because I collected enough keys to get the Torii Gate. So, and then, of course, I don't have the Master Sushi, but I have the Tiki. So I've got the Tiki, the World Cup, the Ghost Pilot, the Nutcracker, the Skeleton, the Wombat, the Pilot, the Turtle, of course. And there's my Tiki. I have the RNG, but he's not epic. The Gingerbread, I did get the Gingerbread last Christmas. Got lucky. Pat Morita, and I think that... Oh, and I have the Pirate. I don't have the Shark, as I was just going over. Don't have the Shark. It could never afford it when it was in the shop, so did never buy one. And then in terms of QBs, I am very lacking. I have only the same epics. I have not ever bought an epic QB. I just never have the keys to do it. Or never have the willingness with the very limited red keys that I have to do it. I would rather save up for a blueprint than buy a QB. But yeah, I've got the Gingerbread. Of course, I've got all the AR guys. The Nutcracker. I haven't printed the World Cup champion yet. I do have all of the mats. I don't have the other one of the ghosts. I have Laura that I printed. Both of my pilots were sacrificed in order to get that ghost blueprint, so I don't have any of those ones left. What else? I have a pirate, because one day I think it was print a pirate, and I had the blueprint, so I printed it. Or no, I did that, I think, in a leaderboard run. I take it back. I used the pirate in a leaderboard run. Holy crap, what an expensive print. That was a lot of red paint. There's the skeleton, my Wombat, first print Wombat. Yes, that's the only first print I still have. The Laura, I printed 2 Lauras. I've sold the first print Laura, just for the lulz, I guess. And then the second one, I threw it into the cauldron. And I don't have a Tiki Chief. I sold that bad boy, so can't put that one on. I think that's, and I have the turtle. And then there's my Pat. I love my little Pat Morita. So I don't have that many epics, really. Because I don't buy the epic QBs. A lot of the epics are, predate me in the game, and I don't have them. I just have an unwillingness to buy them, I suppose. I want the blueprints. Give me the prints. But no one ever sells those. The Witch, I definitely should have bought the Witch at one point. I forget who I was in a bidding war with. But those ones... For a little while, those ones were hitting the auction house. And man, I should have got one. I should have got one. There's 296, and I feel like it's really dwindling, the amount of active players that still have them, that might be willing to part with them. It had to be a year ago that I was in the market to get it. It was after I sold my Pat Morita NFT, and that was the first time I had multiple red keys. I got 2.5 red keys for it. And so I wanted to buy something. This thing came on the market. And, yeah, so I would say, yeah, I should have got it. Oh, wow, one was out. What is this? Oh, no, this is later, 2022. When was the last one that went up for sale? October 2022, is that it? Yeah, so the last one went up around Halloween, and it went for only $1,500. But I guess that was probably when everyone's scrambling to try and finish that Halloween quest. QB Air that I'd done my epic Wombat as soon as I got it. Oh, man. The Wombat one hurt, though, because that Wombat was cheap because nobody had the cinnamon sticks to print it. So I remember that Wombat going for like 200 to 400 keys, I think. It was really low. But I still think it's pretty cheap. I don't think that there's an issue if you wanted to get that bad boy back. I don't think that they're that expensive, to be honest. I mean, you'll probably not get it for as cheap as you sold it, but I think you could get it back for 500-600 keys if you wanted. There's 1,100 blueprints. Holy crap, that is by far and away got to be the most common epic. Even the Pat Morita has way fewer. So yeah, oh okay. That's got to be the blueprint, right? Yeah, the blueprints still go for cheap. Look at that. I mean, you might have sold it for, you might have even been able to profit. What? Who spent 1,000? Probably someone for a leaderboard run. Jeez, aloo. But yeah, there's way too many of those bad boys. They were supposed to give out, what, 500, right? That was the initial number that they wanted to give out. And then because of the gigantic shit show that was QB Air, they ended up just giving everybody that entered a Wombat. And so that's how we have 1,100. Because the Pat Morita has to be the next most common epic. Why is that not popping up? There we go. Pat Morita QB. And look, he's so cheap. But how many are there? Oh, wow. There are 1,000, almost 1,100. I didn't realize. So it is slightly less common than the Wombat, but not actually as much as I thought. I thought there were only like 500 or 600 Pat Moritas, but 1,100. And it's crazy. How is he going for... Oh, no, these are old prices. So, yeah, he still goes for around the same as the Wombat. Because I was going to say, how could he be going for cheaper than the Wombat? Pat Morita's so awesome. It's the first time that we had, like, a collaboration. Yo, Trash Tube, what is up? What is going on? It's the first time we had a collaboration with, like, some other... No, actually, that's not true. I guess we did the Doge event, the Suku, and the Veriblock. It was a celebrity event. It was really cool to me. Got my morning... Oh, Lion Locks printed the first one, huh? Wow. What does Lion Locks page look like? Just so many... Oh, what? No actual, like, article on him. Just all of his crazy, you know, country and global top finishes. But look at that, though. Isn't that nuts? He just stopped playing. I know he's not officially stopped completely, but he's not even top 50 Ontario one time after June 2022. Like, that shows he just didn't care for the walking one tiny bit. I don't get it, though. Walking is so great to me. That is so... it's so much better than just driving around all day long. Get out of your car. You probably had fast food. You've just been sitting all day long. It's terrible for you. Man. And I mean, technically, it takes way less time to just do your walking quest than it does to drive around for hours and hours to outdrive the next person that's driving around for hours and hours. So I don't know how he's just went AWOL. Because the walking quest came in, we'll call it May, because it was late April, maybe mid to late April. And then, of course, we know he obliterated the Hawaii event in May. And then in June, that was his last time that he placed in the top 50 in Ontario. Freaking crazy. All right. And there's the Turtle QB for 1,300. Definitely one of the least profitable QBs out there. Like 2,000 Anth. God, I hate Anth, man. Why can't we get more Anth in the game? How do we get more Anth? It's so expensive. And so many things need it. You got the Seal that needs 1,000, the Turtle that needs 2,000, the Tiki Chief needs 2,000. We need more Anth. Actually, I think that's what I got outbid on before. Let's see. What is the Anth situation looking like in the auction house? Oh, we got nothing in the AH. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. If anyone wants to list some Anth, I'll be a buyer. I don't know what price you're looking for, though. A lot of people want 1-to-1, and I generally haven't paid 1-to-1. Maybe they'll put it in the AR. It was a month. They've put it in the AR, but it needs to be in bigger quantities because Anth, to anything that needs it, needs a lot of it. And they tend to put it at like 100, I think, or maybe 200 in the AR. And that's not enough. You know, like, there needs to be more. And in ticklers, how much Anth does Anth exist in ticklers? I'm not sure it even does. I don't know if I've ever seen it. Maybe someone out there has gotten it, but I don't know if I've ever seen it in a tickler box, either as a contest reward, maybe as a contest reward, but as a quest chain reward, I don't know. Walking for keys is definitely awesome. It's so much better. I so much agree. I love walking so much better than driving. Oh, yes. Yes. That was a really excellent change that they made. You know, some players, you know, might not like it. I kind of get it a little bit, but in my opinion, it's 1,000 times better to walk for your keys than driving around. What is up, Rainstorm? How you doing, buddy? I saw you go live yesterday. I was like, whoa, what's going on? But then you went off just as fast as you got on, I guess. Because I'm thinking like Anth is kind of like fire crystals, where it was hard to get, but fire crystals you get a shitload in ticklers, and that's why, you know, that price has steadily come down a little bit, which I really should jump on selling my fire crystals. I think, let's see if there's any in the auction house right now. Is there any? Are there? Yes. So we got, yeah. So they've definitely come down in price. They're a little below like half a key per, or a little above half a key per fire crystal. They used to go for like at least a key per fire crystal, but they've come down because we get so many in ticklers. But that's still a high price item. Like, you know, that much, 200, staying out of the age so I don't spend my Vegas keys. Oh man, what's your key stack looking like? What is your key stack? See, it only requires 3,000 fire crystals, and yet we get 500 from quest chain finishes. And I say only because I think the fire QB is the only thing that uses fire crystals. As far as I'm aware, right? Yeah, used for fire cube. That's it. So the Anth is way more useful than fire crystals. More people have it. I guess it's not profitable is the only thing. The fire QB might be profitable. What is the auction or the wiki say about profitability? I like their little profitability calculator, but you can't really trust it that much. The prices are just not, they're not market, you know. But it's kind of a good starting point. So let's see, cost to print. Whoa! So never mind. And the fire hearts are never coming back, so that's crazy. Yeah, maybe one day I can print the fire QB. My blueprint has cobwebs. You should get on there. Look, here. How many do I have? I know I have some fire crystals. I have 300 left. I forget where I got them from. Maybe a quest chain plus something else. But yeah, I have 300 left. So, you know what? What time is it? 10 a.m.? I mean, this is not the most ideal time, but we can put some in the AH. Why not? 10. We'll go 150. Split it into twos, hopefully. As I have always said, don't ever click that max button like Manel did. Let's go, baby. List some fire crystals. Gotta wait until after Vegas before buying the auction house. Well, there you go. I put some in the auction in the AH. If you want some, you can bid on them. If not, maybe someone else will bid on them. But yeah, I think fire crystals are definitely. I don't understand why they still go for so much when is the QB really only worth 2 reds and it costs at least 2 reds to print that bad boy. Because 3,000 fire crystals by itself is probably worth about 2 reds. The 3,000 red paint, that's only a little over a yellow, maybe a yellow and a half worth of keys. The fire heart, though, I'm surprised the fire heart's only 1 yellow key. I guess that's just what people are willing to pay. But yeah, I don't know why people bid up the fire crystals so much. But it's okay. Please bid them up. Please bid them up. Renee, good morning. I hope you are having a great morning out there. We have calmed down. We're not getting that same crazy rain that we were getting yesterday, but that was a fun stream. I liked walking around in the rain, trying to stay dry. I wish I had a print shop here. I still want to print my RNG. I haven't printed that bad boy. The Sushi Chef, I was printing those for a while. I'm going to be honest with you. I was printing Sushi Chefs, and I was trying to profit off of them. I'm not sure if I was. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't know if I was profiting. I might have overpaid for some stuff. No way in heck a Fireheart sells for only 110 is what Hash Brown says. Let's see what the data says on it, like how up to date. Because I agree, I think a lot of this stuff is totally old. But yeah, there you go. One in November sold for 400. So craziness. And they're never coming back. So I'm going to be honest to you, when I hear that fire hearts will never come back and there's only one use for fire crystals, I think that I should offload all of my fire crystals, because eventually, because fire crystals keep coming up in quests and all sorts of other things, right? They're hitting the market. Fire hearts are not hitting the market. So people won't be able to print with their Fire QB blueprints anymore because there's no longer going to be fire hearts. And if they're not able to print because they don't have fire hearts, they're not going to bid on fire crystals because they have no use for them. So that's one of the reasons that I never hang on to fire crystals. I try and sell those bad boys, because eventually, unless fire hearts come back in some capacity or fire crystals are used in another QB at some point, which they could. I mean, they definitely could happen, but I don't like to bet on what might happen. I just like to take the information I have. So I just offload my fire crystals. Crystals will end up on another print. I mean, I think you could definitely be right there, Rainstorm. I think fire crystals could absolutely be used in another print, but they're not right now. And, you know, I'll take the keys. You know, I'll take the keys rather than gamble. I just don't, you know, I don't like to gamble on something like that. But I'm a big seller in the auction. I don't hoard a lot of stuff. I hoard my blueprints. I don't like to sell my QBs. But resources, I sell that. I sell my resources whenever I think I can, you know, whenever I need keys, really. I'll show you. Let's see what I have in the old resource department. I don't have a lot. Like, I'm not a crazy person like some of the collectors. Wow, I have 3,000 white paint. Oh, because there was 1,000 the AR, I think, last month, right? Save the gambling for Vegas. Absolutely. I think I bought one of those Chef's Toasties. Maybe. I think mine were selling for around 300. I want to say that I was getting for like 300 to 320. So I felt like that was a decent deal. But all right, so let's see. I have the Anth 836, but that's not enough for anything. I want another Tiki Chief. That's what I want to print. I want to print a Tiki Chief, but I need another 1,200. I should have bought, I think there was a couple of big lots that came up like last month, and I just should have bid them up. I was fighting Gatterol, the guy that got first overall last month, and I was fighting him for Anth. And, you know, since he was going for the leaderboard run, I kind of bowed out. But, man, there hasn't been a big Anth listing since that time. And I just feel like I should have got the Anth, but whatever. That sounds about right. I got it around 3 yellows. Nice, nice. All right, so I got the hat. I don't have that many stamps. Stamps, thank God, stamps held their value when I was selling to get my purple key in, what was that? When were we selling? Was that in November? Is when we were trying to get our purples? Yeah, November, December. And they weren't selling for a yellow key, but I was selling them for about 70 keys per stamp. And I thought that was pretty fan-freaking-tastic. So I sold all of them. I don't know how many I had. Quite a lot. Probably around 30. I sold all of them for somewhere between like 60 to 80 keys per stamp. They were selling pretty well in lots of 3. I was reliably getting 200 yellow keys, 200 to 210 for them. So that was pretty sweet. But now I don't even know what they're going for. I got some key cards. I bought some when the QB Air first ended. That was like one of my only investments, and I think that was a shit investment. I don't think those ones have paid off. Got some drums, eggnog, of course. Got a bunch of eggnog from Christmas. I have some air and water crystals. I've sold a little bit of them. Actually, this month I sold some, and I got lucky on a couple of the listings because it ended up being they ended on the day that the win and auction house item was up in the Adventure Road. Harris made bank on her stamp sell. Block Boy is stockpiling. I don't think I'm gonna need hundreds of stamps. So 34 is way more U.S. stamps than I think I'll ever need, and I continue to get them because I hate yellow vaults. So I think I'm good on those. I would love to get stamps from other countries. That's what I would really like to get. But yeah, I sold some of these, and I don't remember the prices. I really have to do a better job of tracking what the hell I'm doing in the auction house. Got some candy canes, of course. I'm surprised I only have 1,100, though. I guess they were only dropping in batches of... It was small batches for Christmas, right? Oh, no, I know why. Because I wasn't hitting vaults during Christmas. That's why. I was just driving around to trees, and that's all I was doing. I wasn't bothering with vaults. So I got some bat wings. I think bat wings might actually be... I got witches' hats. I don't know if those are worth anything. What do you guys think? Are witches' hats, are they going for anything? I know that at one point they were worth something, but I got them later. Let's see. Whoops. Let's see here. Witch. We'll go there. And so 2 witches' hats are going for 30 keys. Oh, God. Okay. Wait, and please tell me there's a bid on that. Okay, so there are bids on that. I'm surprised. What is the witch? 30 keys for witch's hat. For 2 witch hats. What does the witch QB go for? Hash Brown says, nah, witch's hats aren't worth much anymore. Bat wings are the bottleneck. Oh, so bat wings are the bottleneck. 200 bat wings, 150 warty toads. Yeah, because that's what I was going to see is how much it costs to print the witch. Because I know the witch goes for over a red key. Just the QB. Just the QB goes for over a red key. That is clearly not right. So okay, see, red key about for the QB value. Let's see what the bat wings are going for. So am I sitting on some keys with the bat wings? Because it only requires 200. 20 going for 50. 20. Oh, wow. So, yes, bat wings are definitely worth some keys now. If you guys haven't seen that, if you have some sitting in your inventory. And let's see what the warty toad is going for. If those are a bottleneck or if they are not. Warty toads, not really. Not really. The bat wings are the big bottleneck there. So if you've got some bat wings that you want to part with, you could make some keys. Drop stacks of 10 bat wings. Toads go 2 to 1. Hash browns. Hash browns is an auction house maestro here. Oh, the Batwings don't come in ticklers? So I've got all my Batwings from, well, maybe not quite all of them, but from contest boxes? All right, then. Okay. Education from Hash Browns in the chat, man. But yeah, there we go. I didn't realize I'm sitting on some good value in my Batwings. Those will be hitting the market soon. Because I don't think that at this point I'll be able to get the Witch Blueprint. I just would have to sit on keys too long. I don't know. I mean, those 2 red keys will sit until there's a blueprint that I can buy with them. I think that the blueprint that I'm going to buy with them is going to be the Yellow Dragon, just because I think that that's the most likely to pop up. Let's see. All right, let's go back to my inventory here. We can keep searching through and seeing where the hidden value is. I can keep having Hash Browns tell me what the... Yeah, Hash Brown says he buys and sells a lot. I sell a lot. I buy very little. Got bones. I'm saving these now. I kind of regret. I've sold probably, oh gosh, maybe 200 or 300 dragon scales now over the course of since they came out, or since I started playing. So I definitely regret selling that Yellow Dragon blueprint. I would have had the scales to do it at one point, but this was before like contest boxes and that stuff, I think. So I didn't know that I would be able to get scales. I thought that was it. You should buy some blood and throw up another vamp after Coin Hunt Fest. Oh, for Renee. Kevo String says, "Be right back listing my Yellow Dragon." You want those 2 red keys? You list your Yellow Dragon and you'll get a 2 red key bid from old Toasties. Hash is K-Hag Jr. What should I buy, Hash Browns? I need a good deal. DM me for end time on... LOL, let me check the blood prices, Renee says. Let's get a vampire. Let's get a vampire up in that auction house. Who's buying? Who's buying that sucker? I got some Dancing Flames. The Dancing Flames, those are just for the... What the hell is the Dancing Flame for? I know everyone's going to remember this, and I just don't remember. I'm waiting for the chat to correct me. Oh, the Fire Dragon, of course, and it's just for the Fire Dragon. And it requires... Wow! The Fire Dragon takes 400 scales and 400 Dancing Flames? Jesus! That sucks. That is such a hard print. Oh my god. Wow. 6 bottles of blood for 20 keys. You need some blood, Renee? Well, we know there's a problem with blood. I think I sold mine. I did have 20, but I think I sold it. Yeah, I don't have blood anymore. And these are my money makers here. Not purple paint. Purple paint sucks. I don't sell it like very often anymore because it hurts to sell like 3,000 for a yellow key, for 9 green keys. That's what I always go for. I've told you guys a million times, I go for green keys in the auction house, unless I need to replenish my yellow key stack, which sometimes, to be fair, I do need to in order to hunt those yellow vaults. But that's why I want the Tiki Chief. Is so that I can convert some bigger keys into yellow keys. But, yeah, what are you going to do? Oh, 8,000. I wonder if yellow paint is still... You guys know, has yellow paint collapsed in cost now? Is the Cat Mania over? Because I sold some yellow paint for stupid prices. I sold a lot for... I was like, wow. Amazing. Alright. Yeah, I'd say it's definitely come down. Let's see how many 1 clock listings. Yeah, it's definitely come down. We are not at that crazy bubble level. Makiki, what is up? Yes, Manel will bid on your blood. That's why I throw it out there. I know someone's gonna bid on it, but yeah, he'll bid that up. How to send you monthly Amazon subscription? Just expired. No, Love to Run. Once you have done it once, you just need to go on to your... You need to do it on desktop. Doing it on your phone is tricky, so if you're watching on the phone, you can't do it. I think there is a workaround, but yeah, you just go back, log in to a computer, and then on my stream, you'll see a little button that says subscribe, and then it'll have the option to do it with Prime. But once you're linked up, you don't have to link again. You don't have to go through some crazy process. It's just you have to do it on the desktop. So for anyone out there that has Amazon Prime, you can link it to your Twitch account. It gives you a free subscription, which gives us content creators revenue as opposed to just a follow. So it's really nice if you want to give it out to me or to Rainstorm or Crashman or any of the other Twitch content creators that you watch. It's free to you, so definitely take advantage. So what are we looking at in terms of purple paint? Nelak, I just did on my phone 5 minutes ago. Oh, all right. Well, hopefully that is easy, Nelak. I had some issues trying to get people to do it, like trying to help people do it last month or whenever. And I came across something that said it's really not possible. And I couldn't find out how to do it on my phone either, on the Twitch app. So I don't know if you're using a browser as opposed to the app. But yeah, I couldn't do it in the app. Let's see. Purple paint. Look at that. 2,000 for 40 keys. That's terrible. Oh my God. You can't even... Holy crap. So you would need to be 5,000 to get a yellow key back on purple? Oh my gosh. You can do it from chat with Prime. I did it on the app. I did have some weird overlapping icons, but it worked fine. Okay, well there you go. Hopefully you can do it with the app now. But man, purple paint it's just so hard. I'm hoping that they require. So let's say that the rare construction blueprint is kind of hard to print. I'm hoping that it costs at least 1,000 purple paint. There needs to be more uses for purple paint. At this point, it's just what? Let's see. We have. I'm not even going to include the Valentines. I don't know if that even requires purple paint, or the LEP because it's only 100. So purple paint. Let's see. We've got the purple QB, the LEP, the ETH, the Pirate Captain, and the Black Cat. So it needs more uses. 2 of those are epics that aren't going to be printed that often. The Black Cat, you know, that does get used. That's probably, honestly, the only driving factor behind demand for purple paint at this moment is Black Cat QBs. Okay. Because I don't see the need. You know, people aren't selling Pirate Captain blueprint or QBs, that's for sure. The ETH QB, he can be profitable. I don't know. Let's see. Is the ETH QB profitable right now? I think this is always kind of my check. He hasn't been for quite a while. I do like selling him. One of the few QBs that I sell from time to time. Yeah, there's no way to tell at this point. That's a 1 for 30 keys. So technically, even at a 30 key bid for 500 purple paint, that's probably very slightly profitable, because purple paint is so stupid cheap right now. So that probably is profitable. But you gotta sometimes you look like this would be a pretty good time to list Ethereum QBs to me. There's only 4 total in the auction house. Sometimes you look at the auction house and there's like 10 or 15 of these bad boys, and you know that unless you listed like 5 in a batch for 20, yours is going to come back unsold. You can only sell when there's situations like this. Like, it would have been great to be the only one on 1 clock at this point, you know, something like that. But at this point, you know, it seems like it could be profitable, but it just goes in waves. So if you got the ETH blueprint, you could give it a shot. Go print one up and put it on the auction house. Let's see. Do I have any? I don't know if I have any at the moment. Is that an ETH QB? That's an ETH, right? Because my purple should be over here. Oh god, all the tikis. Oh, do I not have a... No, maybe that's my purple QB then. Did I? Oh no, I had to sacrifice my purple QB, didn't I? Because of the cauldron. That's why I don't have a purple QB. Oh, I gotta reprint that bad boy. I don't like not having my little purple QB. I was so proud when I got that bad boy when I printed it, because I was like, I have a rare QB. Yeah, I got an ETH right here. There's 1 billion Gwei in an Ether. So should I list it? What do you guys think? Is it stupid to list it on stream? That's what I think. That's what any smart auction house person would say. Not to not to do that, but we can go ahead and list it. Why not? Let's see what happens. Oops. We'll list the ETH and see what... I'll let you know if this one just comes back to me unsold, which I think there's a very, very strong possibility that it comes back to me unsold. Yeah. 20's fine, whatever. Oh, listed at 21? Ah, well. It's too late now. I was going to, but it's okay. I don't want to fish for stuff in here. You can check it tomorrow at 10:21 a.m. That's when it'll be back to. What's up, Manel? We got Renee in here trying to get you to give her some blood so she can sell some vampires. She needs some blood, Manel. She needs the blood. Is there any in the auction house? I didn't check. Let's see. Blood. There is some blood in the auction house. 20 for 50, 70 for 200. That's not too terrible, assuming they go for that price. But I don't know how many keys. What am I bidding on? I haven't bid on anything. Kevo's supposed to list a yellow dragon for me. That's what I have. 2 red keys that are burning a hole in my pocket. I wanted to, for a while, I wanted to spend them on Anth to get a Tiki Chief, so that I could try and flip it and actually profit. But there's no big Anth listings at the moment. So yeah, I love to run. That's what I was seeing in the app. So I don't know. I wouldn't worry too much about it. You could do it. Just do it on the desktop later. And I'd appreciate you trying, but. If you want, you can go into the browser, force the browser to desktop, and then you should be able to do it on your phone if you're doing it on the browser in desktop mode, but it's kind of clunky. But yeah, let's get a vampire going on stream, baby. Let's get a vampire in the auction house. What did the last one go for? I know Corlithiel was talking about it, and that's when the sale came about. Renee was feeling generous. Do I dazzle you? And he's a great looking QB. That's the other thing, is not only is the vampire rare, he's really cool looking. I enjoy him a lot. He's got his little fangs there and his bow tie, well, whatever, cape thingy. So it's good. I really enjoy that QB. And I think that's part of why it's also very expensive. Let's see. The last QB. No way. Did one sell for 4.5 reds? Is that 3? Okay. In 2022, it went for 3,400. What is this? Wow. Vampire has a bat bow tie. Exactly. I'm telling you, man. This is a stellar one. This is right up there, the vampire. Right up there with our tuxedo 2021 New Year's. And I don't know. I really like the wombat, too. Those are some of my favorites. I don't have this guy, but he's got a cool animation, too. And what's his 200 bottles of blood? So 200 blood, the magical fabric. That stuff grows on trees. If you want, I can list mine. For nothing. Let's see. What does magical fabric go for, guys? I know it's got to be cheap as hell. It's got to be super cheap. 1,000 magical fabric. So about 1/4 of a key per fabric. So, I mean, that's something. Is that the only use for magical fabric? Is the vampire? It is only used for the vampire. Oh, yeah, that needs a new use. That needs a new use. You listen, Illusion Weaver? A couple of things. Need some uses. We got, cape, magical fabric, Vegas. I don't know. There could be something. People like to wear capes or stuff. Let's see. What else do we got going on in the auction? How much magical fabric do I have, actually? I could get rid of it. Sell some of it for Because I think I have around 1,000. What? 85? What was I smoking? Maybe I sold it. Or maybe I was just never had it and I, for some reason, thought I did. I need some... I don't... Actually, what do I need? For chunks of flesh, I don't think I need any of that for a print. Just need my Anth. So if anyone wants to list... Manel, convince Gia to list 1,000 Anth. Convince her. We need some Anth to hit the marketplace. We got none right now. What else do we have? What kind of resources do we got going on in the auction house? The hot list. It's so disappointing or so sad that like, ooh, wow, in El Salvador for 135 keys. 200 fire crystals on the hot list. I wonder, what does a Malaysian stamp go for? Have you guys seen? Just curious. Elvis QB needs a cape and sparkly. There you go, Crash Man, an Elvis QB. That would be awesome. I don't know if that would be, like, could we do that? Are there no stamps? Do they spell it differently? I know we got, like, very few players out there. Very, very few players. Which is crazy. I wonder why. I mean, obviously, you guys are going to say the 333, but there are other, countries with players still with 333. El Salvador seems to be doing all right. Yeah, not many. There are no Malay stamps. There are literally no Malay stamps. Do you not even have one, Manel? Has there never been one to hit the auction house? That would be crazy. Yeah, I don't know if I see any in the history here. Let's see. How much does a trip to Malaysia cost? Yeah, because the only way at this point that you're going to get a Malaysian stamp is if you get it through the Adventure Road, because there are no yellow vaults. Or I guess if you got crazy lucky on a green vault out there, right? Let's see, guys. Flights. Block. Kuala Lumpur. Here we go. Woo! Easy, guys. Cool 14, 1500, 1700 round trip. No problem. No problem. That's how we're going to get to the... That's how we're going to get some Malaysian stamps in the auction house. We're going to fly to Malaysia. But you're going to have to stay there for a week, fill up the cranes, because there's got to be one, like, near the capital. Like, if you fly into Kuala Lumpur, you'll probably just need a little bit of walking around to find a crane. And then, boom, fill that bad boy up, stay there for a week, get your yellow stamp. With, imagine, though, if you got a forced crypto. Oh, my Lord. If you got a forced crypto, if you went to Malaysia and you got a forced crypto drop, because that country stamp is probably worth, I would think, what do you think, Manel? Would you pay a red key for a Malaysian stamp? Or because of where we are with structures, would it be worth less? Do you think it would only go for a few hundred keys? That would be interesting. But yeah, I don't think that one's going to happen anytime soon. That's a tough flight, man. Whew. That is a tough flight. So no stamps there. All right, what else do we have in the resource department here? Lumps of coal. G is all over that, right? I think you need the lumps of coal for the snowman, and then the UK stamp cabal finally gave way. I wonder when they finally fell below that 300 price. I guess just too many kept getting returned, right? For 300. I would when IW told me a bank was $100. When did IW say a bank was only $100? I don't remember. I was in my head the bank was always $1,000. I don't know if I guess that was just like morphed over time. But yeah, $100. Whew, that would be nice. But I don't see that ever happening, $100 bank. But IW has already said that banks are delayed, Manel. So around there. Okay, well. He meant 10 red keys, 10 red vaults. Wow, 40 dragon scales for only 70 keys. That seems like a bargain. What are dragon scales going for now? $40 for 31. What in the world? Don't mind me. We'll put that bit in. That seems cheap. I need dragon scales because I'm waiting, Kevo. Go ahead and list your yellow dragon blueprint up for a couple of red keys. Dude, is it up there yet, Kevo? I don't know if I'm seeing it. I see no yellow dragon. I see no yellow dragon. All right, what else do we have? What else do we have in terms of deals? Fine silk. What the hell uses fine silk? I know I have some, but I don't know what uses it. Fine silk. What are we doing here? Is that the ox? No. What else? Oh, the sheepow. Oh, the flighted. The wombat used fine silk? Oh my gosh. Okay. So, someone told me the other day that the sheepow QB was profitable. And I was like, yeah, sheepow and the flight tent. But I didn't think that was possible. 200 fine silk, 200 golden thread. Let's see. Is there one of those QBs in the auction house right now? There's one. Is it got a bid? It does have a bid for 25. But how much is the price of fine silk to know if it is profitable? I think golden thread is worthless. I don't know if you guys can tell me. Cheap dragon scales, eh? Yes, cheap dragon scales. I'm waiting for somebody to throw an envelope onto my screen with a notification I got outbid. Oh. Here, so fine silk 100. Wow, so 1 key per, so that is already that's gone. The fine silk, I mean the sheepow is not profitable. You're better off selling the silk. That's not even accounting for the golden thread, but I think the golden thread is not worth much. And that's so far, like, not profitable that I can't imagine. Yeah, the golden thread doesn't go for much. I can't imagine that this would ever be profitable. Maybe back in the day when before silk was used for the wombat and the flight attendant, maybe back then it was worthwhile, but I can't see how this would ever be profitable with fine silk and golden thread at those prices. Because the sheepow, I know at best, you're probably going to get 30 to 50 keys for it, you know? So, I don't know who said that, but I think that was way wrong. What else we got? What else we got? Sushi Chef going for 225. Yeah, those guys, they're not... If they're profitable, it's very, very small amounts. So it's probably not worth the effort, to be honest. Let's see. Sushi Chef. Because I think a fair amount of people have those blueprints now. It's not that rare. And the 100 nigiri, how much is... And the 200 chopsticks is nothing to sneeze at either. So I have nigiri to spare because I was buying it. I don't know how much I have. Let's see. I was buying it. But, of course, I was always... Son of a gun. Who did it? You troll. Oh, my God. We're going to get into a bidding war on stream. So let's see how much nigiri I have. I have 330, so I have enough for 3 more prints of that. But I think chopsticks-wise... Yeah, I don't even have enough for 1 chopstick. How much are chopsticks going for? Those things have fluctuated a lot. For a while, they were very cheap, and then they actually got pretty expensive. And so that's when I saw that they were getting more expensive. That's when I was like, ah, crap, this Sushi Chef is not profitable. I should just be selling the chopsticks because they were just too expensive. But they fluctuate. They have like a big variance in their price. So 60 for 30. So like that's not terrible because it was 200. So that's 100 in chopsticks, maybe, right? 100 keys in chopsticks for the 200. And then, I don't know, the nigiri. The nigiri, I think, was around 1 per. But I don't know if there's going to be any in the auction house at the moment. Yeah, there's not because... I didn't spell it wrong, right? Because it hit for the Adventure Road, and that's why there's some in the auction. Or that's why there was some, and that's why I was bidding on it. Because I'll never get to the sushi restaurants. You know, the nearest one to me, I don't even know. I think the nearest one, the Washington one and the one in Ottawa are probably about the same distance from me. So I don't think I'll ever get out to those. So when it hit, I was like, okay, I got to buy, you know, the nigiri so that I have some to be able to print. And right now at those prices, the Sushi Chef might be worth it to print. But we don't know if I just plopped in 100 nigiri, how much that might go for. You know, it might go for 200 by itself. I don't know. I really don't know. So let's see. We'll go back in here. See what we got. The dog food. The Doge. I know that the people, well, maybe not. That the Doge QB became way less profitable over time. I think once the resources started hitting again, the dog collars and the dog food started hitting in contest and quest boxes, that the profitability kind of went out the window. It's good to see that the El Salvador stamp isn't that expensive. So that means that there's, you know, multiples hitting the market. We got people out there playing the game, getting there. Hey, good morning, VW Rules Chick. Tuma said recently 100 nigiri goes for about 60 keys. Tuma, I agree. But that was when the nigiri was in the Adventure Road. It's not in Adventure Road this month, as far as I'm aware, or else I'd probably have more, I think. Let's see. But you probably have a better idea than me, because you might be in the market more often than I am, but I don't think I saw any... this month, key cards. We've been getting lots of key cards from the Adventure Road over time. I feel like that's one that's been in the Adventure Road. And see, this is what I mean. What is this? Is it 100? 100 anth? Yeah, I mean, that's... I'm not scoffing at it, but in terms of like actually making a dent in printing something that requires anth, that's very small. Ecto. Oh, wow, there was dog food this month. Oh, okay. And yeah, there's no way there's going to be any. Yeah, okay. So 3 days left, fellas. 3 days. Oh my God, I'm only at 1 out of 6 on my walking quest. Lordy Lord. You bought 150 nigiri for 60 last week? Okay. Well, that settles it then. What do we got? That settles it. Let's say... we'll just throw this on there. There you go. Making moves. Someone outbid me. I just did that to hold the place. I'm not even trying to buy more. I just saw it was super cheap, so I made a bid. That's a smart bid. That's the one thing that I wish I did more often, is just kind of sit in the auction house from time to time. You can definitely make keys. It's not my favorite thing. That's why I don't do it. But I like doing it with you guys here. This is pretty fun. People can outbid me. Freaking Manel. Let's see. What else? Oh, but let's see. This is the big question, though, is how much are they going for? You got one for 210. So that's okay, I guess. You know, if you can get it all, you might and again, even so, if I get 200 chopsticks for 100 keys, let's just be hopeful, and then I get 60 or 100 nigiri for 60 keys, that means that I'm profiting 40 right there, right? Take out whatever the stupid resin. I don't even, is that 10 keys? No, was that one key? One key, okay. So take out that. You're profiting about 40, and then, you know, you got to take off the 10% from the listing, and then the one green key, so that's 30, and then you're basically about break even, you know, for the sushi chef. If you can get it to go for more than 225, if you can get it to go for 300, then you're profitable, but it's definitely very small. But let's see. We'll see what we can do. Search for a black cat. Oh God, Manel wants to see what the black cat listing. Who is still in the market for a black cat? Who is still in the market? We got two frick you 565. I mean, it is expensive to print because it's, you know, the 200 blood, the 2000 purple, but the black cat cabal. I think I checked it last time. I think it's what, 29 prints. 32 prints. Oh my gosh. Oh, but you know what I need to check, and what I need to do actually. Okay, so there's no Missies in the auction house. I need to print a Missy, damn it! I need to print a Missy. 31 now since Beardy's gone. Yes, and that's only confirmed. It's probably lower than that. I'm sure that there's one other holder of that blueprint, at least one, that got banned, and we just don't know it. So, yeah, that's the maximum. And then, of course, like, hey, Cole, what's going on, man? Maybe one day you'll get the Black Cat blueprint. Maybe one day. I wouldn't hold my breath too long, to be honest with you, man. I think that's... Because if it sells, it's going to sell for an incredible amount of keys. I will never be able to bid on it. I'll never have that kind of key stash. Maybe you will. Maybe you're a beast like that. But I can only see it going for, you know, at least a couple of purples would be my guess. And it's just not going to happen. Not going to happen for me. I'll never, you know, I convert all my stuff. The goal for me to sell is to convert it into green keys. I mean, I'm sure I could convert my stash into a few purples, but I don't want to just sit on purples. I want to convert it to crypto. That's my goal. So, but I need a Missy, and I have, so I might do that. Shoot, man, when do I got to do that? Because I have, what do I got? Yeah. Where are my cats? I have 9 cats left. So actually, I need to buy some. Oh, how many? Is it 1,000 per cat for yellow paint? I think it's 1,000 yellow paint per cat. So I'll have to buy some yellow paint, I think, in order to print more. But I need to get some cat blueprints because I need that damn Missy before we get to Vegas. We'll go to 1. Let's see what the prices are on cat blueprints. So oh, what the? There we go. You guys can outbid me. It has been fun selling every day this month. Getting green keys back every day has been fun, Cole says. It is fun to get green keys back. It's crazy when you get that stash, you know, building it up, and you're just like, wow, I've got tons and tons of keys. I remember when I had hundreds of green keys when I was in pursuit of my purple key, and it felt so good, but I knew I couldn't do anything with them. It did feel good, though. But normally when I'm selling stuff every day, I'm in the midst of a run, and then, yeah, I sell and I get green keys, but I can burn through them just as fast as I get them. Let's see. What else? What else in the auction house, fellas? Ladies and gents. Got blue paint. People sleep on selling blue paint. I think blue paint is a great sale. You have, why is it 100,000? Okay, well, that's not going to go for a yellow key. You can very reliably sell 10,000 blue paint for for 9 green keys net. And to me, that's great. Blue paint's pretty common. You get it back. You get 9 green keys out of it. Go hit your green user vaults. Get your double leaderboard points. Hopefully get, $7 worth of crypto or thereabouts. And, then some paint. And you're in good shape. So I enjoy selling 10,000 at a time. That's what I generally will put it at. And it's pretty reliable. Let's see. I'll eat crow right now when I see a bunch of listings going for less. Let's put it at 1. So we've got, wow, there's a lot of listings right now. Okay, well, I probably wouldn't sell into this many listings. But I guess you only have really, what, you got 1, 2... Oh, did this one just hit to 1 o'clock? So there you guys go. If you want to bid on 100,000 blue paint, it's at 10:46 a.m. Pacific time that it will end tomorrow. Because that was just at 2 clocks. Does blue sell? Blue sells every time if you sell enough. If you sell 10,000, it's not gonna come back to you. It will definitely not come back to you. And I try to be like wise about how much I'm selling into. So look, we got 1 10,000 listing, 2 10,000 listings. I would still be comfortable selling 10,000 into that, because that is going to come back. That shouldn't get any bids. This might get a bid, but it's real low amount. I don't know if anyone's going to want to pull the trigger on these 3,000s, 2,600. That's barely worth anything. So those might not get bids. But I just put it at 10,000 and hope that I get 110 keys, which nets out to 99 keys, obviously. So I like selling blue paint. Green paint is the only one that I can't stand selling. Well, and purple paint. But they just don't sell well. Green paint, I got to sell like 15 or 20,000 at a time. So it just takes so long to get it back. Red paint is obviously the all-star still. That's the paint that's worth selling. Jingle bells. Oh, Lord. I bought so many jingle. I think I paid 2 keys per jingle bell prior to, what a stupid move that was, prior to Christmas this past year. Oh, my God. I'll put 250 keys for 10K per... Manel says, all right. What the heck you've got to tap for every bit of blue paint you list? What do you mean? You got to go to 10,000 taps. No way. Get out of here. Just hit max every time and you're fine. So what is that? 10K for 250 keys? That is nuts, Manel. I used to sell like 1,500 to 2,000 purple paint for a yellow key fairly reliably, but that's gone. That market is gone. I don't even know where that market came from in the first place, because it's not like there has been, any decrease in the need for purple. I don't know who who needed all that purple paint, but I used to be able to sell it for a pretty penny, but now it's garbage. And 10,000, the reason I just wouldn't sell 10,000 for 250 is it just takes too long, man. 10,000 purple paint takes a long time to get. Even if you hit happy hours, you'll get 500. 1,000 is straight up super lucky happy hour, but you might only be able to do that once a week. That might be like 1 out of 10 times that you'll get something like that. So I don't. Manel needs purple we're looking at it right here. This is why he needs purple. Get it out of my face or whatever. For the black cat. It's 2,000 purple paint per black cat print. And then, I don't know. I use purple paint for ETH cubies. So, but that's only sometimes. Because a lot of times, ETH cubies I get returned back to me if I mistime my listing, and I'm like, shit, there goes a green key, screwed that one up, got green paint, the worst. Need a new use for green paint, Illusion Weaver. We need... I know that everyone's saying that. We always need a use for green paint. Pigskin, 700 white paint for 55 keys. What is white paint going for right now? There's a lull right now, guys. Can't print all his cats, he says. There's a lull in price. So 1,000... Oh, no, it's still going, man. Whew. The other day, I saw one of the Filipino players said that he got 1,500 white paint during happy hour. So 1,500 white paint. He is looking good on that. Do we have any? No, no listings that big. He's going to get some good key returns on 1,500 white paint. That's for sure. Let's see. I don't think I've looked up the price for red paint today on just kind of all the 1 o'clock listings. What's it going for? There's a lot in the auction house. So we got 3,000 for 115 and for 70. Oof. 4,000. Oh, no, that's 400. Okay, never mind. What? 400 for 55 red keys. Or 55, 55 red keys. For 55 keys. What do you guys think? Is that a transfer? Or is that someone that just doesn't know what they're doing? 400 red paint is worthless, obviously. That shouldn't have any bids, let alone be bid up to 55 keys. So I don't know. What do you guys... What's your take on that? This is nice. 1,300 for 46 keys. 1,000 for 30. 1,435. But yeah, oh, this is not a bad deal. 56 for 25.99. Yeah, so red paint is still the jam. That's the one to sell. What are we at? 3 clockwise. So it's a good market to sell into right now. There's only 3 listings at the moment. Cole, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it, man. Yes, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that so much. All right. Oh, Harris with the sub. All right, ad free, baby. There we go. Where is my favorite Cornhusker? Where is she? I haven't seen Harris in the chat today. Got to get the Nebraska perspective on the auction house. I wonder if she plays the auction house a lot. You know, I know it's certain players just really love to do this type of stuff. Obviously, we got Hash Browns in the chat that is a AH genius, and then we got Manel in there outbidding me. Did he outbid me on another thing? Okay, good. What else did I bid on? I forget. Cats, I think. So let's see. Go back in here. What else do we got going on in the auction house? The Pilot QB blueprint. Man, that is one cheap blueprint. Kevo. How many Pilot QB blueprints were there? That's so cheap. I don't think that matches the... Oh, what? 2,100? That was just blueprints for everybody. How were there 2,100 blueprints that dropped? That is nuts. So that is the most common epic blueprint. I had no idea that it was that common. Well, there you go. That's why it's so friggin' cheap. Jesus. That's too crazy. That's too many. That to me is why QB Air at the end was way too easy. I know that might be controversial, but it was really, really easy. You know, key cards started falling, hitting people across the face. You didn't know what to do with all the key cards you were getting. 2,100 Pilot QB blueprints dropped. It was an easy one. Not to say like they did a bad job, but just I think on the spectrum that one was too easy. They needed to rein it in a bit. And even the Christmas one, the Nutcracker was hard to get. I'll grant you that. Nutcracker was hard to get. I got stupid lucky on that one. Oh, yes, Nelak. A lot of people were getting their Pilot QB blueprint pretty easily. I think mine was not easy. It was like in the middle. I got it after a few hundred vaults. But clearly when 2,000, almost 2,200 dropped, it was a very, very common print. How many flight attendants dropped? 4,400. Wow. Well, I mean, that's a good amount of players at least. Those loot tables were screwed up at the beginning. That's why it takes many epic prints for a global run. Well, that's because there's freaking crazy people that hunt like crazy for that global. Skelly was easier to get than Nutcracker. I don't know. I mean, let's see. How many skeleton blueprints are there? Because the reason I would say that maybe not is that you obviously needed a community. 558. Skeleton was way easier to get than the Nutcracker. Confirmed, because the Nutcracker was under 300. Skeleton 600 or 558. That's a lot. So yeah, Skeleton was way easier. And Nelak, yes, Nelak has some bad memories of the Skeleton, so saying that it was easy to get is triggering him, I'm sure. But that is crazy that so many flight or pilot QBs dropped. Pilot blueprints. My God. The Foreman. I bought a Foreman. One of the few QBs that I've ever bought, because I wasn't sure if we were going to need one. Not need one. I wasn't sure if it would help for the green vault structure. I thought at the beginning that the green vaults would require a build of some sort. So I bought a Foreman before the structures came out. It's one of the very few QBs that I've ever bought. I haven't used it obviously, but I do have one. So I don't know who I bought it from. I can tell you that I get a lot of blue paint bids from West Beach Music. So I don't know if he's printing them, because I think he's got one. I think that he's got a Foreman QB blueprint. Let's see. Foreman QBs, yellow paint. The Veriblock QB and the Suku. Wow, 3 Sukus going for 110? What do those bad boys go for? And it's the cheap prints. The cheap prints are the profitable prints. All right, so one is going for 40, 35. So that is still a great little print to have, because the Suku is stupid cheap to print, I think. Let's see. Yeah, 1,000 blue paint, 1,000 yellow paint. Really cheap print. Lucky ducks. I know that wow, there were only 168 blueprints that dropped. Wow, that's low. Because the blueprint has gone for a pretty high amount. Wow, but they weren't going for expensive back in the day. Look at that, 560, 600, totally was worth it. Even, yeah, that was still kind of first quarter, second quarter. And yeah, this is kind of when I started taking notice. I don't think I've ever seen one go below a red key when I've been paying attention. But if one hits the market, that is worth an arm and a leg. Because what is the print cost? It says 51 keys to print. That resin is actually worth 2 keys. The yellow paint, I would say, is worth about 10 keys. The blue paint is also worth about 10 keys. So that is probably profitable. And those might be high, paint valuations. That's basically saying that both yellow and blue will sell for a yellow key at 10,000. So I don't know what the yellow normally is at. I think it's pretty close in price to the blue paint, though. So I think those are reasonable estimates. But these are all lots of people. Does anyone in the chat have a Suku blueprint? Does anyone in the chat have the Suku or the Veriblock? The Veriblock is the other one. When did this one come out? January 2022. So that was the last profitable blueprint ever dropped in Coin Hunt World. The Suku QB. Because yeah, this one was in November. 186. Securing the world's blockchain using Bitcoin. What does 500? Wow, is that a cheap print? Oh my god. That's gonna be tough to I mean, if it just sells for 20 keys, it's profitable. That's nuts. Yeah, but wow, one is going for 35. Let's go to the 1 clocks. 2 for 35, 1 for 30. So there are some that are not selling. So you got 3 here that might return with no bids. But, you know, that's why people put 2 up to secure a bid. And even if you're selling 2 of those bad boys, you spent 4 keys in resin and 10 keys in blue paint. So that's 14 keys in resources, and then, you know, so 24 keys in total with the listing fee of 1 green key for 2 of those. And that seems to be selling still. You got 35 bid on it, so that'll be profitable. And you could get lucky. You could get more. So the Veriblock, that one is very profitable. That blueprint's probably worth even more than the Suku. Yep, more recent ones are all over a red key. All over a red key. Who's got a Veriblock? Sell me it. Sell me it. Does our boy Is This Allowed? Does he have both of those, the Veriblock and the Suku? Because these were both UK events, right? He is swimming with those ones. I'm sure that these were insanely profitable for a while, although there would have been more competition at the beginning. More people would have been printing and selling. So, but I might plunk down on the Suku or the Veriblock. You know, invest in a cheap print over time, hope that it can recover the cost, and if not, it's still you know, a print that is worth something. So that's one of the reasons I really like buying blueprints versus anything else, is that, you know, the print itself will probably go up in value. So you're not going to lose value there. And then hopefully you can also make profit on the print. But that's only on a few, obviously. Most prints are never going to be profitable. All right. Going back to the auction house. Can get rid of my jealousy from the all these people have profitable prints. Oh. All right, Nutcracker for 400. Oof, oof, oof. Doge. The Doge, I feel like that's a great price for a Doge QB. 300? 345? Do they normally go for that anymore? Because with the amount of resources that are out there, with the collars don't go for that much anymore, because I think I have a collar. At least one. The bones are probably the only thing driving that price, to be honest. What does dog food go for? Because the bones are pretty expensive, I would think. But the dog food should be cheap. What the? Dog food. Oh, wow. Dog food's still kind of expensive. There's not much of it out there. Didn't we get some? I am shocked by that, to be honest with you. Maybe people are hodling because, you know, Cuckoo Puffs has been hinting at a possible Doge return. So maybe people don't want to get rid of it. That would be the only thing I can think of. Collar market started to tank right when I started getting them. Cole says he has 12 collars hoping for dog QBs, or after K-Hag stopped raising the floor to 500 per QB. Yeah, I know K-Hag likes to put a floor down. I was trying like hell to get that RNG QB for a while. I was hitting the yellow vaults like there was no tomorrow so that I could bust up that Cabal, but it never dropped. And then after like a couple of weeks or 3 weeks of hitting yellow vaults, like I was hitting the 5 that I had every week, and then sometimes even going farther and hitting a couple extras, but couldn't get it to fall. Took forever because I finally got it. Christmas almost in. So that to me is a 345. It's the bones though, so that's 200, 150 maybe of dog food. The collars are cheap now, I think, right? So Kevo says that he has single-handedly tanked the price of collars by buying into them. Sorry for that, Kevo. I think I have a couple. 2 collars for 25, and I think that's what they go for, is about that, like 10 keys per collar, something like that. I think they're crazy cheap. And then the bones, though. what do bones go for? Are those still at near like a 1 key per? Let's see. The bones. Yeah, look at that. Is that no bids on? I'm not gonna bid 1,000. People like to do it, but to me it unreasonably upsets me when I see that you have to pay top dollar for a minimum bid, and I won't bid on it, because is that market rate? No, but it's kind of the top of the market rate, so maybe you could hope to get 1 key per, but like I'll never bid on those when they price it at the the very top of what it could go for. Are we going to set a floor price for the rare structure QBs USA? Can we? No, we cannot put a floor price on that. It depends on what the resource requirement is. You got to remember that the US is like the biggest market, and then you're going to have the most aggressive players that wanted it already are going to have the blueprint, so they don't need to buy it. So I don't know if I still would take a handshake bet that the rare is not the profitable one, that maybe the common might be profitable, but my bet is that neither one of them are profitable. That's what my bet would be, unless they're just crazy cheap to print. We just don't get profitable prints anymore. They cost too much in resources to be profitable. The only ones that have ever been profitable are super cheap prints. So yeah, this guy's tough. Should I sell my dog food though? I've got dog food. 379 prints. That's quite a bit. I didn't realize there were that many. I know that there's definitely not that many active players with it anymore. There's probably, let's see, how many Doge QBs are even listed. 2. I like the Doge. Ah, shit. Oh, I'm running out of greens. This is why it's so hard for me to bid in the auction house. Like, okay. This will be my last bid, I think. I know I'm not going to win at 45. I don't even know why I'm bidding, to be honest with you, but whatever. I like the Doge QB. I want it, but I just can't push myself to spend that much on a single little QB. Let's see. All right. What other QBs do we have out there? Of course, my turtle friend. The RNG. That freaking white paint and red paint requirement just kills it. That red paint kills it. Because it's only 500 white paint. I think that the red paint is actually the more expensive part of that print. Let's see. I think it's 2,000 red paint, which is worth at least like 50, 60, 70 keys. Yeah, 2,000 red paint, 500 white paint. The white paint. Yeah, I don't even think the white paint is worth as much as it's probably about the same. So if you could, it might be profitable. Actually, I haven't really looked at that. It might be slightly profitable. What does their little profit calculator say? It said what QB value is 0. Okay. Says not profitable and that the QB value is 0. Oh man. Oh God. It's so crazy. K-Hag made a fortune on this freaking QB. He made a fortune. There's a lot of listings in here. But yeah, I think now you can kind of hope to get 200 keys for the RNG QB though. That's kind of what you would, and that's right around the resource cost. So it's like 200, 225, 205. And you got 3. Because I know that I had an LA player that buys the resources for RNG. He was selling the RNG QBs. Market value segments. Let's do our let's what is that NPR segment where they're talking about the markets? I always used to listen to it. I can't remember though. I always liked it. So let's see. Yeah, so I think that the RNG QB actually might be slightly profitable if you can get stuff at the right price. If you can get white paint at the right price. What was it? I already looked at white paint, but I mean, because now I'm more interested because I could potentially sell it. Let's see, 1,000 for 85. So 50 keys is about what 500 white paint would go for. Yeah, maybe. I've been holding it to like do a leaderboard run, but technically, what a rare blueprint is not worth diddly squat for a leaderboard run. So maybe I should just break the seal and start printing that one to sell it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I try and sell it and see what I can get for it, or is it just too slim, the profit margin, and I should just ignore it? Let's see here. Keep going down. Oops. I want to go to the QBs. Keep going down our list of QBs. Wow! What in the world? This was my secret money maker back in the day. Not much, but I could make a little bit. Wow. All right, let's see. Do. Okay. Let's see what happens. I used to sell the price. It takes red paint, that Thanksgiving QB. So it is dicey. I forget how much red paint it takes, to be honest. That could have just been throwing away a green key. Let's see if the right one will even pop up. I think the other one's called a turkey QB. Yeah, okay. Oh, it doesn't take red paint, so it's just blue paint and green paint. Okay. So yeah, if I pretty much get a bid, then I'm in the green there. I'm profiting. Because yeah, the paint requirement is very little. So this was one that I used to sell and profit because it's it doesn't take much, and the same thing with the New Year's QB. What? New Year? New Year events. Yeah, this guy. Okay, he was the one that took red paint. So he took 250 red paint. So I used to sell that one as well. And it would sometimes sell, but 250 red paint, what is that worth? That's kind of a lot. That's like, is that 10 keys maybe? About that? Maybe like 7 to 10 keys, something around there. Let's see if there are any in the auction house. There are. It's going for, one is going for 30, but that might be lucky because then you got 3 here going for 30. One going for 30, one with no bids. So you could still get lucky on these bad boys and maybe make a profit, because then obviously the 500 yellow paint is not worth much. So I think if you get a bid on one of these, you're in good shape. You're maybe in a small profit. Want that RNG blueprint? Heck yeah. You need the RNG BP before you get to Vegas. I hope that they could do something cool with that, because obviously it's a very Vegas-y blueprint. Still shout out Baby Tooth for my amazing Beast blender. Let's see here. So those, and the reason that those blueprints were, you know, kind of profitable, even though they were super common, is just because they're cheap. They're cheap to print. So that to me is like the defining factor of a profitable blueprint. Is it cheap? Or it has to be insanely, insanely rare. Like the Black Cat, or like the Sushi maybe, something like that. Oh, what am I doing? I'm going to be going through my... the footballers. Wow, Switzerland QB going for 72 keys. Is that just because footballs in general are expensive? That's crazy. How did that happen? Which ones do I have? I think I just have I just have France and Argentina, I think. I don't think I have any others. The Bitcoin QB. That one I wanted to buy just because I wanted the Bitcoin QB, but he was an expensive print. And it had to sell for a good amount to be profitable because I think it was 2,000 or 2,500 red paint that it required. Let's see, 2,000 red paint. So that's a lot. That's too much. It never piqued my interest as an investment one because it was too expensive to print. That's why I bought the ETH. The ETH is only 500 purple. And so technically, at the prices that purple paint is at right now, I could probably just buy up purple paint and sell like 2 or 3 or 4 ETH QBs at a time and probably profit. I mean, I probably could do that for a little while. You have to be selling into the right. I mean, we already talked about it. You can't be selling into, 20 other listings. But a Shark QB going for 150. Wow, is that a bid? Wow, Aquarius going for 1,100. This is why. All right, just a shout out for the Adventure Road. Even if you are in it for the crypto only, Adventure Road, the premium pass, is profitable. I'd say that you do have to have access to a yellow vault, but the QBs alone go for a fortune, and if you finish it fast enough, you can sell it for a mega fortune. You sell it, if you're one of the first to list it, you'll get more than 1,100 for the QB. You'll probably get something like that for the HQ blueprint. So even if you just want it for, for crypto, if you're just in it for the money, it's still totally worth it to buy that premium pass. Because then it's easy. You sell the premium resources, you sell the QB, you sell the HQ, and you are so far in the green. But that you do have to have access to a yellow vault because you'll get a bunch of yellow keys for the HQ and for the QB. You're not going to get green keys. I mean, you could break them down, but then that's just a chore. I do like the Aquarius QB. The Aquarius QB is by far and away my favorite. My favorite of the Zodiac QBs. He's just cool. I like him. He's got his little bucket hat. What the? Do we not? Oh, the Aquarius QB doesn't exist yet. We got to get some wiki help here. There's no Aquarius QB on the wiki yet. You like the Sagittarius? I love my Capricorn QB. So weird looking. I'm a Capricorn hash brown. And I saw the Capricorn QB. I was like, what? What in the world? He's got his. I mean, it's really hard. I think W.R. Willem was talking about it. It's really hard to take these these ideas of what a Zodiac is and convert it into a QB. But the Capricorn QB is definitely one of a kind. What's his animation? Let's see. Oh, man. We got him big. Wow. The animations are on point, though, man. The animations are crazy. Like, they've gotten so much better. I mean, you saw that vampire. He just turned into a bat. Like, the animations are really good now. Oh, his animation is dope as hell. I really like the Capricorn animation. That is. Oh, wait. Is that? Yeah. That's the Capricorn. That is cool. The bucket head that's the Aquarius, right? I enjoy the bucket head. I do like him a lot. He's funny. But that Aquarius Jughead, that's better. Jughead, bucket head, I love it. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the new one. I wish they would rework old Epic animations. I get what you mean, Tuma, but I'm kind of in that camp where I just like the simplicity of it because it reminds you that is an OG Epic. That is an old one. That, or just a simple turkey animation, remember from 2020 where it's just he goes into the oven and like blows up or whatever. Like that just reminds you that the game was a different state at that time. They didn't have the budget or the team to be able to make it, fancier in the animation. So I kind of like how quaint they are. But, you know, of course, yeah, they're epics and they have like kind of not so fancy animations. This game could be a Saturday morning cartoon. It could absolutely be a Saturday morning cartoon. Cole, could absolutely be a Saturday morning cartoon. All right. Back to business. What the hell's going on? The Leprechauns. The market, the defined Manel's career as a Coin Hunt World player. The Leprechauns. The Ox QB. I think the Ox QB is what drove prices for red envelopes. I used to sell red envelopes, and I think I still have some. I'm pretty sure that this one requires 100 or something, or 200 red envelopes, and it used to be kind of profitable. So people would buy the red envelopes and then turn it into the Ox QB. I don't know what else uses red envelopes. The yellow dragon, and the tiger QB. Is the tiger QB profitable? No way. No, the tiger QB can't be. He's from 2022. The Ox, though. The Ox. He was profitable. I don't think he is anymore because red envelopes go for more than 100 keys for 200. Let's see. Yeah, so even though they're cheaper in price than they used to be, I was getting like 1 key-ish per, maybe like 0.9 keys per envelope. But even at the prices they're at now, that's too much. The Ox QB isn't going to be profitable at that price. What do we got? Ox QB. We got 2 for 105. Yeah, so that's not profitable, unfortunately. Unfortunately for any of you Ox QB blueprint owners, and I know that one went for some crazy bucks back in the day. People were paying up for this Ox QB, the blueprint, I should say. See, look at this, 2,600. People thought that it was like a Leprechaun or one of the other ones, but I'm surprised that it went for so high. That is tantalizing. I mean, 4 red keys almost for that Ox QB. I'm just astonished. Like, look at the price history on these QBs. It's not. I mean, that's for 3 though. I think that they were going for like 100 to 200 per. I don't think there was a time when they were reliably selling for like 300 plus per Ox. So I think some people got swindled on buying these Ox QBs for the blueprint for so much. I mean, swindled. Hey, you got a pretty rare 259 prints exist, but that is let's see, because the red envelopes, we could see kind of their price history. Okay, so per 100, 36, 47. So it was a little cheaper back then, but it's still, that was a very, very marginally, at that one, it's not even that profitable. So, yeah, I'm surprised that the Ox QB was so popular and people thought it was going to be such a big moneymaker. And just a quick shout out, if you haven't followed the channel, please, or page, whatever it is, please give me a follow if you like the content, if you like these auction house days, and if you have Amazon Prime and you haven't linked it to Twitch, you can link those two things. Amazon owns Twitch, and you get to give a free subscription every month, which helps out content creators, gives us actual revenue. So if you do have it, link it up and throw a subscription every month to your favorite Twitch creator. All right, back to the QBs. Back into the QB verse we go. The monster QB. Wow, 100. Oh, but that's because Chunks of Flesh, I think, really drove the price up for monsters. I know some people were trying to sell those for a profit at one point. The Monster and the Mummy. I think it was the Mummy that was really the big money maker, because this one requires the bolts and the chunks of flesh. The Mummy just required the wrap. Let me see. What does the thing say? Cost to print, 85. Cost QB value is 128. I don't think that that's accurate anymore. I think the chunks of flesh are way more expensive. But let's take a look. Let's take a look. So we got 200 going for 100 and 175 going for 56. That's not a bad price. 175 for 56. But then you got to throw the bolts on top of it, and it's 100 for that. Let's see. How much are the bolts going for? Bolts are cheap. So you got 100 going for 25. So that actually is probably profitable at that rate. Obviously, 800 resin is a drop in the bucket, worthless. That's pretty interesting. That is pretty dang interesting. What about the Mummy? That's the other one. I think the Mummy, I don't know how much that, what is the bandage, or what is it called, that resource? Dusty Rags. Okay. Dusty Rags is all it takes. Let's see. Not much in the auction house. Wow. Okay, so I have no idea how much those go for. Let's see if there's been any recent. I don't think that there's any recent sales. I think that they changed it, and so now it doesn't show individual transactions. It's supposed to get the data directly from the game, but this can't be right. You know, there's no way it's going for 20 per 100. We got in November. They were, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it's going for. What is the Mummy going for right now? It could be worth testing it out, but it's so hard to get those rags back. There's not any in the... And then the Mummy's only going for, wow, there's only going for 40. That's surprising, considering there's only one in the auction house. But even at 40... Yeah, at 40, that's tough. Because I think that the Dusty Rags, 100 probably would set you back that much. And what else needs dust? Oh, yeah, the Ghost QBs need Dusty Rags, and they need 1,000 of them. So that's why I have a bunch of Dusty Rags, is for the Ghosts. So, oof, 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 oof. But the chunks of flesh and the bolts, interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. This person's crazy. They be tripping. 150. They be straight tripping. Okay. For science. For science. Oh, wait. Do I not have him? Did I have to sacrifice him? Son of a gun. That's not him. Okay. I guess we had to sacrifice the monster QB for the cauldron. That would be my guess as to why I don't have one. But I think that the monster might be profitable. But it fluctuates so much. It's really hard. You just got to catch, the right sale, and then you have to buy the resources back at the right price. So it's hard, but it is fun to make profit on QBs versus making profit on resources. Kevo says he'll sell me one. I'll just go print one, thank you very much. But I mean, I think that selling one is not a bad idea. You got one going for what, 110 in the auction house right now, and I think that price that it's slightly profitable. And these are not going to sell. These are at 150 minimum bid. They're not going to sell. So you have no competition. If you stick one up there for 21 keys, no competition, you have a chance, I think, at selling it for and getting 9 green keys back. That's what I like too, is that 110 price would get you 9 green keys back. Can't tell you how awesome it is every time I get 9. If 110 is 99 keys back, that is the perfect price for me. I love getting 99 keys back. All right. What else do we have? I wonder if there's anything interesting in here. And then here you go. So here's the Pirate HQ we got going for 522. So I just don't understand the folks that say the premium pass isn't worth it. It's totally worth it. It's totally worth it. There's so much keys on that side of the equation. And just the QB and the HQBP alone are worth way more than the $20 that it costs. And then, of course, there's all the resources. I don't know how much that's worth. Not that much, but it's definitely worth, at least a couple hundred keys, I would think. But yeah, it's insane how much it's worth. Obviously, if everyone decided to sell their Pirate, or their AR HQ and the AR QB, it would stop being worth it, but I just don't think that's going to happen. Like, I'm not going to sell them. I want all 12 of those Zodiac QBs. I don't know what's up with the HQs, when we'll be able to do something with them, but for now I'm hanging on to them. But those ones I am, like, borderline with. I don't know what to do with the HQ blueprints. I have fun with them, decking out my HQ, but I don't like them as much as the QB blueprints. I don't know why. I just don't have that same desire to get them. You can't print them. You don't necessarily earn them or get them through drops. I know you have to get it through the AR, but to me that's just kind of like normal hunting. I don't do anything special to get it. So Christmas tree BP. This is the rare one, right? This is the red, so this is the rare tree. So $395 with no bids. I'm sure that'll get a bid. The tiny tree, those were terribly worthless. I will miss July and August QB. I will be on the oh no, Coley's going to be out. And VW Rules Chick says hodl. Coley's going to be on the Pacific Crest Trail for 2 months. Is there zero reception on that trail? Like, there's got to be some points when you can get, although, yeah, there's no way you'll be able to get 30 levels. Because even if you did all 8 walking quests every day, that's what? Is it 10 per? So is it 80 points per day on the walking? Is that right? I don't know if you guys know. I mean, you'd get close. You would actually be able to get close if you were able to do all 8 walking quests every day. And I would think even on the Pacific Crest Trail, for the most part, you should have minimal cell service. But, yeah, I don't know. I would think they'll do new QBs for next year, Hoth. I would think that they'll be different. I'm sure that there would be a lot of disappointment if they were the same Zodiac QBs next year. But, yeah, I mean, you might, because you get, the points, but that's for paid, so that'd be a gamble. You only get the points for walking quests if you pay. And I don't know how many vaults you might run across on the trail, but it's probably not many. That's where I'm like, yeah, there's not going to be many, so it'd be a gamble, but shoot. Yeah, I don't know. It might be worth it 1 month to see if you can do it. Because that'd be a bummer to get 10 and then miss out on 2. Oh, my God. That would be a mega bummer. Here's hoping you can get it done. That you can somehow manage to get those 2. So let's see here. What else do we have? Are there any NFTs? Christmas 2022 NFT. I should really track the NFT sales. I'm just curious, if there's been anything interesting, like if there were any top 5 quest finishes, or if there were any Pat Morita NFTs, or the quest chain finishes, anything like that. These ones I'm not so interested in. You know, obviously we all have all of these quest chain start NFTs. Those are not rare at all, but they still sell. They still do sell. There was a top 5 Christmas NFT on the auction house not too long ago. See, those are the types of things. I wish I knew how much it went for. Looking at a satellite Wi-Fi unit, but oh man, that stuff's expensive. I don't know. Maybe would a month of Starlink? No, but the Starlink, that's not even mobile. You need to have something set up, right? So I wonder what that NFT went for, Hash Browns. Let's see if you search up NFT in the wiki. If anything pops up. Shout out to the wiki team that keeps this up to date. I hope K-Hag's still in it to win it. Let's see. Top 5 April, Hawaii. Which Christmas one was it? Was it last Christmas? Wait, where is the last Christmas one? It would be nuts if it was this one. Have any of these hit the market? It says no history. Players can exchange the in-game NFT for the actual NFT. No, they cannot. No, they cannot. Might want to change that. But here they are, all owned by Titanium Toaster. Oh, what do they own? They own all of the NFTs. Makiki! May 2022. Dude, that's crazy that Lion Locks isn't even on there. But you guys, freaking Hawaii just dominated that. Because you got you, Psycho, and Boswald's with your purple vault just killing it. Oh, man. What a time. $1,000. Hawaii and Halloween are your favorite NFTs? So these exist. I wonder, let's see. Hang on. I am going to go. Cole, here's your NFT, baby. Hey, why couldn't I? You can only make a collection offer. What? I'm not an NFT genius. I don't, okay, here we go. Make an offer. Let's buy this sucker. Is this allowed? Gatterall, Charby, Noah 52, reppin'. Need Grinch QB, but there you go, Cole. And I love that you're repping the New Year's QB. That's one of my new favorite QBs, 2023 New Year's. Hard-fought victory, man. So proud of you for making that run. It's crazy. Let's see. But I wanted to find... So I guess we can make an offer. I wonder what would happen if we made an offer and said, sell me the NFT. Like, I want that NFT. $1 million. $1 million, says Cole, for his NFT. There, bad bastard. Ah, Rudy Tooty, how did I not catch you? I got first print on the Wombat, and I still didn't catch him. I knew Conman was... I couldn't catch him. But I thought I was going to catch Rudy Tooty and take second. Ah! Pull up mine. Oh, but the whole point of this was... I should go back. Oh, Worm got up there. And this is when I first learned about Fool Mics. I was like, who is this guy? So anyways, my point was to go and find that Christmas NFT that hit the market. Is it this one? No, it's been behind the scenes that made it. No price history, it says. So I don't know. So if that one hit, it's not on the wiki, unfortunately. Halloween contest NFT. Where is it? Where is it? Is that this one? Is that the... No, this has got to be for top 5 Halloween finish. Where is your contest one? Because that's really cool, because that's a unique one, right? It's just you that has that, or is it a couple of people that got it? Where is that Halloween one? Is this all of theirs? Created. Do. Just win. He's looking like he might get another top 5. I don't think so. It's on OpenSea. It was on the other page. Check wiki. Okay. Let's see. Should be here. Halloween costume contest. They don't have the OpenSea link. Put OpenSea. Put OpenSea link here. Interesting. I don't know where it is. But that's a cool one, though. I like it. I like it. And it's really cool that they gave you an NFT. I think that's pretty sweet, man. Pretty sweet indeed. I think that that could be a recurring thing. That they should... Actually, yeah, 100%. I think that they should give out more of those NFTs for, like, instead of contest boxes, in certain instances, they can give away, like, 1 or 2 or 3 NFTs. I think that would really be fun. Probably on a to-do list, 100%. It's on somebody's to-do list. But what's weird is I can't even find it here. But to be fair, like, not all of them are here. Because where are the other ones? Like, all the other top 5s. We don't have anywhere near enough top 5s. So, where are they? Where be the other NFTs? Who is Dimmy G? Is that a top 5? I have no idea. Was there a top 5 named Dimmy G? Let's see. We can go onto the wiki and check, though. Van City player, number 2. I don't know. Doesn't show up. Kevo knows. Kevo knows. Or was that... No, that wasn't on yours where he was in there. Yeah. Loopty Luke. I can't believe that Casual Loopty made it to number 2. Took the number 2 spot. I can't believe it. Our own Casual, our filthy Casual guy that was always catching so much shit from Zach, with Zach and Rudy always battling it out for number 1. Crazy. Actually, I'm curious. Where has Zach been in the local boards? I'm curious if he's even playing still. Okay. So he is... Oh, wow. No, he's still playing. He's still playing. So he's... Wow, 25th for local in December. He barely played. Wait, no, that's in Kansas. He's in Missouri. Oh, okay. So he's still playing relatively decent amount. Just not up there. He's still getting his quests in and such. All right. He's still getting his quests in. That's funny. So does he go there to hit a yellow vault, I wonder? Or is he so close that he just... will Block Boy come up? If he does, it'll be through Prince. I think he's... It depends on how much Corlithiel is hunting. Because the gap right now is pretty high. I think Block Boy's far behind. Block Boy, he's falling behind. No, I don't think he's going to do it. Where did he go? Did I pass him? No, he's falling behind. I can't imagine that he's got enough epic prints to defeat him. There's too few days left in the month. He would have needed to print more and more. I mean, you can't count him out, I suppose. Maybe he saved every single one of his prints. Maybe he's got 100, footballers and 100 tikis. Although I think he's printed most of the tikis now, so I think it would just be the footballers that he has left. Maybe he could do it, but That's a long ways back. Being 14 with 2 days left, that's a long ways back. Yeah, he'll be at Coin Hunt Fest. He bought his VIP. He'll be there. No, Zach's not going. Zach is not going. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, he's not going. IT guy is going, which is crazy, shocking to me. Guy's just busy, I guess. But yeah, I haven't heard from him in a long, long time. Miss IT guy. Miss his podcasts, of course. Miss those podcasts. Listening to other hunters. When's the last time he piped up on the Discord here? It looks like he hasn't said anything on Discord since the beginning of February. Yeah. So, because he piped up a little bit. Wow, yeah. February 1st was the first time he said anything since December 30th. It's just been very sporadic. So he's just busy. Just a busy dude. Hopefully having fun at his new job. They'll need to pass the content creator crown to Toasties. Oh. Yeah, Cole. I missed those podcasts too. They were fun. They were a lot of fun. I miss listening to all the different hunters out there. I was on an IT guy episode way back in the day. And it was fun. I liked the one he did with the Marvins. That was really fun to listen to. Marvin's House was really good at telling stories. So it was fun. It was fun. He'll be on a Sunday morning content creators panel in Vegas, TrashTube says. Heyo. Retirees, I guess. This is our retiree section. Oh, man. Yeah. I'm so upset. I was making a run. I made a last minute. I think it was like 10 days into the month that I decided to try and push. And then my stupid ankle blew out. But I went from like 120 to top 15. And then I just had to call it quits. Stupid ankle. Very, very bitter about that. I'm pulling for Team Tanger. He's a Salvadoran player, right? Still hoping someone does the Bean cosplay. Oh, that would be fun. Let's get it going. It's got to be Harris though. If anyone's gonna do a Bean cosplay, it has to be our resident Beans correspondent, right? Wonder if anyone does dress up. Let's see. I can get it by Sunday. Adult kids. Lovely new toast shape. I'm with the avocado. All right. I got ideas. Why do you have a cardboard box painted like a snowman? For Coin Hunt World, sir. That's where you got them hooked for a couple of minutes. They have to talk to you. Get that referral link out quick. Get them to scan the QR code. All right. Yeah, I'm pulling for Team Tanager though for this month. I'm hoping that a Salvadoran can plop up there. Because correct me guys if I'm wrong, but I think there's never been a Salvadoran player to crack the top 5. I don't think there's been. I know that Jay Holo obviously has been top 5, and then he got number 1 when he printed the Master Chef. But I don't believe there's ever been a top 5 from El Salvador, which would be fun to have. And there's some Toast costume online. Oh yeah, baby. And he filled up a couple of cranes this month, which is crazy that he's not in first. I think he filled up like 1.5 cranes, but maybe it wasn't all him. I don't know. That's what I had heard. I thought it was him. Let's see. TrashTube has a costume, adult Toast costume. Let's see here. I'll pull it up. Oh no, I can't pull it up here. I don't know if I'll fit in that. That looks heavily photoshopped. But you know, I can make it like a rounder toast. That's cool. That's cool. That's a bargain. Should I surprise Toasties at the panel? Do I have to do the whole panel in the suit is the question. Do I have to do the whole panel? Or do I have to do the Vegas hunt in the suit? If I showed up in a costume, I would be disappointed in myself if I didn't go out onto the strip and do our hunt in my costume. So I'll leave it at that. If someone brings a costume, it will be on me on the Las Vegas strip. Think they'll allow a backpack in the event? What do you mean? Allow a backpack in the event? I don't see why. Like, I mean, unless you got some bomb residue on there or something, I think you'll be fine with a backpack. Everyone would be throwing cinnamon sugar at you. Oh, they want to make it French toast? Come on now. Yeah, I think you'll be fine with a backpack, Cole. Do you mean like just getting into Resorts World and getting into the convention? Like, hell yeah, they better. I'm like, I'll probably have a backpack. You know, I'll just have some stuff in it, water, maybe some gear for my streams. I don't know, you know, certain things. My streaming setup is pretty small, but I still have a little setup that I have to have, you know, with me. I have a cooler backpack. Now we're talking. I have a cooler backpack too. One of the best investments ever. I love hiking around with that thing. I went on a hike and it was filled with like 16 beers or something. And got to the top and someone was like, "Can I get a water?" And I was like, "Sure." And I just handed them a beer because that's all we had. I had no water. So good times. Oh, to be younger. I've seen Mebsy a lot, but I don't know who they are. Steve Burr. Oh my, Jybone is killing it. So she took over the number one. Oh no, is Just Win still in front? Yeah, Just Win. Oh, Dimmy G. There's where your Dimmy G is. I swear I've seen that name before. I don't know. Corlithiel making his push. I like it. Let's see if Corlithiel can do it. Has he had a top 5 before? I feel like Corlithiel has to have top 5 before. He has to have. Maybe not in the days of the his OG. That was funny. We'll go Washington. No. He has never had a top 5 global. That's crazy. He's such a consistent player. He's just never had a top 5 global. So, Sarasota? Heyo. Alberta Hunter. Oh, Mesby is an Alberta Hunter. What? Get out of here. Alberta reppin'. Let's see. Well, let me see what happened in here. Auction house chat. What happened? Who mentioned me in the auction house chat? Feed goat over here outbidding me on some chopsticks. Get out of here. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Has Anakura ever top 5'd? Anakura the legend. I am looking for Alberta hype, baby. Alberta hype. Let's go. What's in Alberta? Is that where... No, that's Quebec. What's the big city in Alberta? Because I was thinking Montreal, but that's in Quebec. Alberta. Edmonton. Edmonton, my wife screamed at me from the background. Edmonton. Hey, baby. I've never been to Alberta. But maybe someday. I know that there used to be a hockey team there, the Edmonton Oilers. I didn't know that Edmonton was in Alberta until now, but I did know the Edmonton Oilers. Let's see. Who's tops in the country right now? We got Just Win at number 2. Steve Burr. Jybone. Beast Mode is killing it. Nice. And we got Vandad in number 6. Vandad reppin'. All right. Red Deer, Alberta. Is that a city in Red Deer? In Alberta? Okay. Cowboy Eric. What time we got, by the way? It's almost noon. Okay. And there's Block Boy. Yeah, because he was like top 10 definitely for a while, but he's fallen back. I don't know. I think maybe, just busy. Makiki Makiki's a little slow this month. I know he said he's been saving keys, so maybe he's just doing his walking quests and not really, doing much in terms of hunting. What do we got on the QB leaderboard? K-Hag. I don't understand how Excalibur is still number 3. I thought that this guy is quitting, but there he is, number 3. And IDFK, who is almost a local hunter to me. I had no idea, but yeah, he's almost a local hunter to me. But let's get Vandad in the chat. Where is he, man? Get some top 5 action. See how he's doing, what he's got left in the chamber. I would love to know if he thinks he's got a shot, if he's pushing. Well, of course he's got to be pushing. But that would be fun. Where is he in global? I don't know if I saw him. He's 11 global. So yeah, he's up there. He's up there. It looks like maybe he's printing the footballers if he's got that footballer on. Is that one USA? Yeah, that's USA. Oh, Makiki's in the house. He's saying not much hunting, mostly 3 to 5 green user vaults, and that's it. Okay, yeah. When I'm saving keys, I'll do my user vaults, my wife's user vaults, and my green user vault. But honestly, who am I kidding? I think I've saved keys like twice. I can't do it. I miss when I don't get. I've only not gotten the payout twice. One of them was recent, and I say that it was recent. I didn't get ETH. I did get Bitcoin, but I didn't get the ETH payout. I didn't have $10 of ETH, I guess, and I was very disappointed. I can't stand not getting it, so I can't save keys. I'll never be able to do that. It's just not in my DNA. I see the vault. I hit the vault. Oh, actually, one other thing I'm curious about. What's the trivia leaderboard looking like? Hey, number 17, baby. Moving on up. Number 17. Finally, something that I'm pretty high up on. But that's just because I have yellow vaults. And there's Rubik's. They fixed the glitch that allowed Jay Holo to just storm up the leaderboard. I don't know what it was, but they announced it. He was like top 10, and then one day he just fell way back. And there's Lion Locks. But yeah, I've made a pretty good. What happened for me is I used to be stuck at like 22, 23, but I used to not care if I got perfects. I would just prefer to get it right. But recently I started to say, you know what, I'm just going to go for perfects. And if I miss it, whatever. And I think that in general, I've done better because I think it's forced me to remember them a little bit better. And I'm a pretty good guesser, I suppose. I don't know. So I've been doing all right. I definitely had a couple of yellow vaults that hurt, though, where I think I burned like 3 keys or at least 2. I've definitely burned at least 2 yellows. And recently I burned those 2 yellows, and then I got a great because I hesitated on an answer, and that was frustrating. This guy, I don't know how he's still on the trivia leaderboard. This guy was banned ages ago. He was always way up on the leaderboards, but he hated the walking quest when they came out. I think he's from Dallas or Texas for sure. And yeah, he got banned for spoofing, I think, a long time ago. So I don't know how he's still on the leaderboard, but there he is. There he is. Hey, I passed Manel. What up? What up? But the guy that passed me was freaking Hayes in quick succession. He passed me up. I don't know how he did that. My worst streak is 6 wrong yellows. Oh, Lord. 6 yellows would have me on the floor in a fetal position. No way. I've definitely never missed that many. I would be in trouble. But not usually. I'd say half the time I'm with my wife, so I have 2 brains to be looking at it. But, oh, my God. 6 wrong. That's a lot of keys burned. Oh, man. Power to you for... Did you get it right, at least? Did you get it on the 7th try, or did you leave? I would definitely keep burning them. First of all, though, I probably wouldn't have 6 yellow keys to burn. I very rarely have more than 3 or 4 at a time. Because I get a bunch and then I immediately go open yellow vaults and then I don't have them. I just turned the phone off and walked home. Oh, pizza guy. I can relate to that. I can understand that. Oh man, that would suck. I think on stream one time I burned like 5 or 6 green keys on one green vault. That was pretty embarrassing. Because the green questions are much easier than the yellow questions. So I was like, how am I still missing these? Referrals, Lord. Squeamy, still number 2. Bitcoin Brocky's apparently a super OG. And then Toasties is in like 7 trillion. 526. I have like no referrals. Oh, man. But my QB... No, I fell back. Oh, crap. I'm 705 now on QB Collector. Ooh. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. All right. So let's see. Oh. Who outbid me on something? Oh, it's just on the Doge. Okay, I'm just keeping my eye on that. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Oop. Let's see. Let's get the return bid keys back. That was just 4 greens. And let's go. Mystery box number 2 on the day. Let's go 50 keys, even though I did get 50 a couple of days ago. So, come on, baby. Oh, 10. That's what I got earlier. All right, 20 keys is what it is. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. All right, guys. Well, I think that's going to do it for our auction house chatter for the morning. Oh, shit. I'll have to do it another day. Let's see. I will have to do it another day. I forgot about my gift card. Yeah, I'll get you guys going on a giveaway soon. I didn't have it organized. I don't have the wheel up. I don't have my list up. So we'll have to get that going on a different day. But thanks everybody for being in here. I hope you enjoyed today's auction house chatter. Maybe that's what I'll call it. I certainly did. It's the most that I'm ever in the auction house at any one time. Listed a couple of things. Let's see what happens. Maybe I'll go print some ETH QBs, put those up in the auction house and see what happens there. Hopefully you guys got something out of it. If you did, let me know. Because I mean, it's great if I was able to help you out and, you know, if you saw something that is worthwhile or stuff that you want to sell or stuff that you want to print, let me know. I'm curious to know. You can DM me. I hate that you can't really, message me on Twitch, but it'll be up on YouTube too. So, on that note, guys, everyone have a wonderful Sunday. Last day to hit your yellow vault, so make sure you get out there and take care of your yellow vault before the reset tomorrow. Make sure you tune in to Loth. We got Loth coming up later tonight, I believe, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 Eastern. And then, of course, we got Crashman streaming to us tomorrow night. You better anyways, I'm assuming. Because I love watching those streams and always try and catch them. So everyone have a great rest of your day. Hopefully 333 treats you well and you get all the crypto that you can carry. So until next time, guys, take care. And next time I'll probably be doing some cat printing. So hopefully we can get a Missy. Hopefully you guys can see me get a Missy. So until that time, though, you guys take care. It's Toasties signing off.